All right, hi there.
Hi, Jess. I'm AJ.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was referred by Jared. I know you've golfed with him in the past. I met him about 2 years ago on the golf course. So is golfing something you enjoy doing?
I do. I try to play in a couple outings per year and get out there with some friends here and there on the weekends.
That's awesome. Are there any courses up here that you like?
None that really stand out. I mean, honestly, wherever I can get in and have a good time with friends, a lot of outings are hosted all over, so I'll even travel for some of those.
That's awesome. Very cool. All right, so I'm AJ, like I said before, and I'm here with Viper Car Remote Starts,
No.
and I'm representing them. And I'm just going to talk to you about what our product is. I'm going to figure out what some of your needs are and see if Viper is the right company for you. So if that's all right with you, is 15 minutes still good?
Yeah, that works into my schedule.
All right, I'm going to start off with just a couple basic questions. So, are you one of the final decision makers in this process?
Well, being that I'm the head technician, I actually oversee the team that does all the installation and services. Help, we do have a parts manager that orders all of our parts as needed. So when we schedule a service, if we don't have it in stock, then we usually take care of that. So I'm a big part of it, especially bringing on new products.
Awesome. And then, what brand do you currently sell?
Brand.
So, brand for your car remote starter.
Oh, the remote starts, yes. I believe we only have one model and it's the Start X. So that's the brand.
Okay, nice. And then, about how many of those do you sell a year?
We've actually increased quite a bit. We were about 225 sold so far this year, and most of those would be like fall winter months.
Okay. And then, how many? So, in those fall and winter months, how many a month would you say you sell? Like 15 to 20 then?
Yeah, I have to look back to see what per month, but I know October, November is usually our biggest
Okay,
time frame, and then as the winter goes on, we'll get a few requests here.
awesome. And then what is some feedback that you received on the current remote starters that you sell from your customers?
I mean, I haven't really looked over much on the customer feedback. I would
Okay.
say the popularity, like we sell new and used vehicles.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of them have already manufactured remote starts in them. So I feel like it's an upgrade if we sell a used car and our sales, maybe point out that it doesn't have that and their previous car did. A lot of times we're just getting people in to add that onto whatever vehicle they currently have. So I don't really get a ton of feedback. I just know sales are increasing and there's more of an interest and need for those.
Okay, perfect. And then what features would you look for in your ideal remote starter, either for personally or as a company as whole?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I mean, as a technician here, I want to make sure that the installation is pretty easy and self-explanatory, just so that we can get quite a few of our technicians trained and certified to install them. But also, like from the customer standpoint, I think it's just important that it works well and the company really stands behind it, so like good quality.
Okay. And then do you feel that your current remote starters offer that?
I haven't had too many issues. I guess there has been a time where it wasn't, installed properly and it had to be redone. That was kind of a technician issue. So I would say other than that, we haven't really had anyone kind of come back or complain. So I'd say they're working the way they should.
Awesome. All right, so if it's all right with you, I'd like to move into a little presentation I made to kind of show you some of what Viper has to offer in our three different remote starts that I'll be showing you.
Okay.
So just to start off, a little bit about us. We started out as Directed Electronics and it was founded in 1982. And then since then, we've rebranded into Viper, and then there's also another company called Python that kind of came out of that. We started out as a security system. So one thing we really pride ourselves on is the security within our systems, because obviously we were a security company originally. And then we introduced our first LED remote starter in 2014, has been a huge success since then. And then our mission is Viper is secure and convenient for your modern lifestyle. Viper is the world's best-selling vehicle security and remote start brand. We use cutting-edge technology to make sure you are in control, providing a range of features that you can count on every time. So basically, we pride ourselves that what we're giving you, it's going to work, and if it doesn't work, we're going to make sure we're helping you to figure out why it's not working and assisting through the entire process. So something that we're really proud of, in 2022, our high-end model, so the Viper 5706, was voted the best overall remote starter by a couple of these different different pages. So like car audio now, motor one were two of the bigger ones that said that. And that's something we're really proud of, just to kind of show that the consumers and people who are buying it really do like it.
Good to know.
So going into a little bit about what our products are. So what we're offering today is three different ones. So we have a lower end one, the medium, and then the higher end one. So that lower end one is going to have a 1/4 mile range, and it's just going to have the simple buttons. So people who don't want all those extra features, they can just start their car and that's it. And that's what some people want. So I think that's important to offer. And then we also have the medium, so the two-way LED remote. So all that means is all two-way means is when you send like the signal to start your car, it'll send it back saying it worked. So you'll know if it actually started. On this, it has a 1 mile range, which is really good for the industry standard. A lot of them have either a 1/2 mile or 3/4 mile, so we're a little bit above the average. Has a rechargeable battery. It'll last around 6 months depending on use. And then it has an LED command confirmation. So that's what I was talking about before. It'll tell you if the command actually worked. And then onto our higher end one. Once again, it has that 1 mile range, rechargeable battery. Once again, about 6 months. And then it has that priority map on there, a little LED screen that'll show you if your car is locked, and a few other things you can program to show you the temperature outside and a few other cool things.
Nice.
And then it is also manual transmission compatible. A lot of the remote starters are not manual transmission compatible. So kind of going into a little bit more of the features, all but the first one have keyless entry ability. So if your car doesn't have keyless entry on the key, you're able to program it into the remote starter. So you're able to have that if you didn't have it before. So that's one thing that's pretty cool. And then obviously it starts your car. And then the security system, that's something that we're really proud of as we started out as a security company. And we have this, it's called a sound alarm. So if someone were to break into your car alarm would go off and alerts them. And a lot of times they either run away or they're going to take it and try to figure out how to get that off. On this, it actually silenced that alarm and it'll either notify your phone or on your key to show you that your alarm has been triggered and you can handle it how you see fit. And that's just an option you can turn on or off. And then we also have an app, which is pretty cool. So you can schedule on your app. So let's say you leave for work at 7 a.m. and it takes 15 minutes for your car to warm up. You could have your car start at 6:45 Monday through Friday. So when you walk out to your car at 7 a.m., it's warm for the drive to work. And then some of the different accessories on these two, they have two auxiliary buttons. You're able to program that to be like the lift gate or any other auxiliary thing you want. Like it might be able to put your windows down, open up the sunroof, different things like that. Are there any questions you have on the features?
No, I guess I'm interested to see like the first, kind of comparatively, what is it priced at compared to what we have? Because I know people are pretty price sensitive. So I'm guessing as they go up in range, it's probably getting pricier for that.
No, totally. And I think that's on my next one right here. So we'll sell them to you at 70. So the first one will be sold to you at $69.99. And then we recommend you install it for about $200 because that factors in labor and everything, but that's going to vary everywhere it goes to. I don't know what your labor rates are, but so you can price it wherever you feel fit.
Yeah.
And then the two-way LED remote is sold to you at $159.99. And then that'll average install at about $350. And then the LCD two-way remote will be $259.99, and then we recommend that to be installed at about $500. Does that clear that up?
Yeah, I was just wondering what it's compared to. We actually, the one we have now is 250 to 300, depending on how long the lever takes. So it's pretty close to the
And then I'll stay on there. So is this something you feel that fits with the values of Holt Motors and something you could see using in the future?
I mean, I'm really considering adding a few. I guess I just don't know like why we would work with Viper versus like all these other brands. I mean, there's so many remote start companies now.
Yes, I totally understand that. And something we really pride ourselves on is we understand that there is a huge learning curve with taking on a new product and the installation time. And we want to make that learning curve as small as possible so you're able to get back up to 100% really fast. So what we'll do you know how many technicians you have on staff that put in remote starters for you?
I think we have 5 that are certified to install.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll send out one of our certified instructors on how to put these in. He'll come out for 2 to 3 days, depending on how long they need it. and he'll come through and he'll teach them how to put it in, install it. And after those 3 days, most technicians are able to install it. It's typically a little slower at first, but what we've found in the past is after about 2 months, those technicians get back to either the same speed as other brands or sometimes a little bit faster depending on just their skills and how fast they can learn it. Does that clear that up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with the installation part. If they get some training, I think that's good.
Yeah. So would you be comfortable if we put you down for 50 to start, right? Coming in, we can call it like that November timeframe when it's picking up, because I'm guessing you have some leftover stock. So we'd like for you to be able to sell that before we give you too much. So would you be comfortable with 50 coming in November?
I think I am. I guess the biggest thing is I'm not going to be able to put all three in just because I think that would be too many options. We want to keep it kind of simple. So what do you think would be, I guess, most conducive to, the population that we're selling to? It's mostly going in used cars because a lot of the newer manufacturers have them installed automatically.
Yeah, I would recommend kind of the middle of the road. So it's something that a lot of people are going to be able to afford, especially if they're a little bit older in a car. A lot of people don't want to invest $500 into that. So kind of that 350 is a happy medium. It still has all the great features. You can use it from your phone and has all the same features more or less as the upper level one, but just doesn't have that screen. So I think that's a great one to start with.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if you're willing to come and do like a little training and kind of showcase how it's going to be installed, how long it'll take approximately, we could probably get a few this fall. I would say for sure by the August or September timeframe, just so that our technicians feel comfortable before it gets to that busy season.
Yeah, so I can come back next week on Tuesday and I can kind of go over some more of the finer details and have one of my technicians come out and talk to your technicians. Does that work?
Yeah. I'll try to schedule a meeting with the 5 that will be doing the installation.
Awesome. Well, I'll have someone on my team reach out to you and get the date set in stone.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's something with the connection. Just do something. It says it's on.